Let's talk about in local weather because things are changing and we have things to show you today, including radar in Northern California showing some rain. 805 webcams. I don't think we're going to see rain here. Maybe mist and drizzle later on when the marine layer comes in. There's a trough in the region sometimes that gives us just enough lift to produce that. But otherwise, the side benefit here, the winds up a little bit today, cleaning out the skies a little bit today. But here you go. Remember, Doppler radar is keyed in a way that when you see the yellows and oranges, it's heavier rainfall. Well, look at what we're seeing here. Very light rainfall here in Northern California. Up at higher elevations, could even turn over into snow later on tonight. Let's take a look at the national picture. It's quiet. In fact, it's so quiet because a big ridge of high pressure has pushed down here and it has cooled things off. The overnight lows in places like Indiana and Illinois here is going to be significant. Ohio as well and Kentucky going to see some freezing conditions. And even out here in the west, once this system passes us, we've got freeze watches in place. I think some of our lows are going to get into the 30s, but not into the freezing potential. Again, the only advisory locally here is this beach hazard statement for tomorrow because I think the winds are going to pick up a little bit. The winds to the north have been stronger, so we're going to get a little bit of northwesterly swell here at 7 to 10 feet, so rip would be a potential concern here. So there you can see the leading edge of a frontal boundary, but the low and the trough is going to sweep into California and shoot a few pieces of energy through the area, so we'll have to watch that here coming up. Community cast for the beaches. Note the winds tomorrow. We've got the winds to 25 miles per hour. That's significantly higher than today. Community cast for the interior valleys. 70s for highs, not the 80s. Just yesterday, temperatures were nearly 90 degrees in the interior, just breezier as that breeze starts in the later morning. Coastal valleys, the winds 20 to 25. The daytime highs closer to the upper 60s rather than the 70s. So this is significant regionally here, and you can see for the south coast being a little bit further south, the change in temperature is not as dramatic. Next couple of days elsewhere, Sacramento temperatures mid-70s, the Bay as well, Monterey in the 60s. LA temperatures backing off to the 60s. But again, as high pressure starts nosing in, we'll start warming Friday and blow out marine cloud cover. Here you can see the system pushing into the area with that pinwheeling activity. This actually becomes a relatively decent intermountain snowmaker. But for us, with high pressure building in, the winds turn around, go offshore and wipe out the marine clouds here in the extended forecast. And we can even show that to you here on the modeling. Again, the current breeziness mixes out the clouds in one particular way. We get a little bit of redevelopment, but watch here. Boom. Once the winds go offshore, it's going to clean out the skies and temperatures will boost Friday and Saturday. Not to the kind of record potential we've seen recently, but just warmer than this forecast, which is actually below average, mid-60s to mid-70s across the area. There's the extended. You can see once we get into the weekend, the mid-70s and low 80s return, though places like Paso Robles will see some overnight lows in the 30s, so it's definitely fall.